Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. Today I'll be creating 3 awesome drip cakes that you can try at home, each one with its own unique style. First, I'm creating cake pops with buttercream and cupcakes that I've kind of crumbled into a ball. Then you'll also need some wafer cones here. I'm just going to cut them down to size. You can keep them full height if you like, or if you want to make them mini, just cut them down. This is a 6-inch cake that I've used. It's been stacked and crumb coated. I'm applying a final layer in buttercream in purple, smoothing it out. And before I put it in the fridge, I'm going to stick a whole bunch of candy confetti onto the sides, just using a spatula to help press them in, and then allowing that to set all together in the fridge for 20 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to create some cake pop balls that we're going to stick into our cones using melted white chocolate. Allow them to set in the freezer once they've all been attached together. Basically, want to make sure that chocolate's been solidified and the cake pop's also firm enough that it won't fall out of the cone. Melt down some white chocolate. You can create a little piping bag, or you could just use a regular plastic ones. With those cake pops that are now nice and solid, I'm going to dip them into chocolate and then use that piping bag to help create an artificial drip leading from our little ice cream cone. I actually used white chocolate ganache for the cake pop dunk and also for the drip on the side. Add gold dusted Maltesers and your first cake is complete. For our second cake, we're going to be creating a stencil pattern. So I've taken a cake that's already been crumb coated. I'm applying a dark kind of a navy buttercream on top. I colored that with navy gel food color and a bit of black gel food color to help really enrichen the dark shades. Once it's been in the fridge for at least an hour, let that buttercream sit up nice and hard. You want to go over it with a stencil and fill in the spaces with some dark maroon buttercream. For this drip, rather than going with a ganache, I melted down some white chocolate and mixed in some oil. The reason I did that is because it's going to set nice and firm and I can paint it with a paintbrush without it dinting and misshaping our drip. Because it's got the oil, it's going to travel down our cake just like a regular ganache drip would. Decorate the top again with those classic gold dusted Maltesers, and that cake is complete. For this last cake, I'm going to step you through the process of building the cake. Again, just using buttercream, creating a nice crumb coat to trap in those crumbs, and then refrigerating for 20 minutes. After that, we can apply some buttercream into macarons. So we've made our own macarons, filling them ourselves. And then creating that final layer of frosting on our cake. We're sticking with white this time, nothing special, just super duper simple. Back into the fridge once it's been nice and smoothed. And then creating some ganache again. Here we've colored it with gel food color and white icing. I like to add the white icing because it creates a more opaque and richer color in your ganache. Sometimes when you just add gel food color on its own without that white icing, it tends to be almost just a little bit see-through. So quick little tip there. I've created a drip on either side, separating it with a shape. And then this is just some regular white chocolate, nothing else added. And I've smoothed it with a spatula and some baking paper. Allow it to dry, make a little section inside the cake to stick it into, and then decorate with macarons. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed these quick little bite-sized tutorials. I will catch you again in the next one.